possible performance. I hope nobody hears me say that. But it's the truth, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because, I mean, with dubbing, you're also you're limited by you have to lip sync.
You're limited. There's a performance that's come before yours. You've got to make it fit into the mouth of the character.
When you get a gig for dubbing anime, do they normally not show you the original Japanese at all? Or
No, they show it. Oh God, I don't know how much of this. The producers of the original are often very concerned that the dub is a reflection of the original. So they're very concerned that we hear the original in order to capture that essence. How's that? Preview is what they call it. We preview and then we go. A preview is one to get the tone of the performance and also to see what you're up against. And now that's not on every show. On a lot of the shows where they've given them license to be original here in America, like on Digimon, there is no preview because they have more freedom in the writing. It's not all about making an English translation that just sounds grammatically correct. They're free to make a story arc. Sometimes the reason anime is stilted because it's a translation that's grammatically correct as opposed to good storytelling. I'm killing my animation career with every sentence.
Oh, no, don't worry.
It's the truth, though.
Okay, on to the next question. We're going to talk a little bit about your teaching career, since not only do you do voiceover, but you teach at the illustrious Kalmanson and Kalmanson.
Ah, yes. A microphone with wings.
Yes. So, how many years have you taught at Kalmanson?
3.5 years. They asked me if I was interested, and I couldn't think of a reason why I wasn't, really. And met with them and decided it would be a go, and then I started teaching the foundations class that they have there, voiceover 1 and then voiceover 2. And then I was a substitute teacher for the animation class, the woman who designed and originally taught it, Felice Sampler, who ended up moving on to other things in acting and producing, which left me as the substitute of the animation class to be the teacher. So I teach level 1, level 2 animation and a class called Demo Prep at Kalmanson and Kalmanson, which is a casting agency in Los Angeles for voiceovers.
How has your experience as a teacher helped form your views on the industry?
I don't know how it's helped form my views on the industry per se, but I know that it's helped my acting because the more I reinforce the basics to people who are new to acting, the more I reinforce them to myself. The more I have to come up with ideas to help people understand choices, the more when I'm working on my own things, the ideas that I come up with are plentiful, fresh, and new. That's how teaching has helped me.
What do you consider your dream role?
One that lasts on a regular basis for multiple years. That sounds cynical, but you know what? That's my dream role.
And to think, I thought the answer was going to be something about freedom of acting.
Oh my
choice.
God, no.
It's all about the money.
It's all about employment.
It's employment.
That would be my dream role. I'll do whatever they say. It sounds cynical, because all the roles are fun. If you're right for the part, you're in the mix. So any role I would book would be a role I'd be having fun in, you know?
So
Therefore, the dream aspect of it would be continued employment, continuous employment.
So if you had a 7-year run, you wouldn't mind being someone's bitch for 7 years.
Not at all.
There it is. Submission is the key.
You
folks.
heard it here.
That's right.
I'll be your bitch.
And lastly, do you have any advice for aspiring voiceover artists?
No. And I'm kidding. You know what? Take classes. It sounds sort of easy to say that, but that's really the only thing you can do. Voiceover acting is no different from any other kind of acting, but there are style points and things to understand, and there's a business to learn, which is as important as understanding acting. You have to understand what business it is you're trying to get into if you're trying to pursue making money in that area, in that field, which is different from just doing it as a hobby. That's my advice. Take classes. It's the only way you learn. Take acting classes. You heard me say at the beginning of this that I'm in acting class every week for 4.5 hours. And it has nothing to do with voiceovers. But if you're an actor, you got to act. You got to do plays. You got to keep your talent moving. Watching TV is not acting class. Charlie's back, and he's chasing down Gabriel's horn. In All Dogs Go to Heaven too. And you can catch the excitement at a Subway restaurant.
God.
Messing around.
Okay. Have you taken a lot of on-camera roles?
Occasionally I'll book an on-camera role. Like, most recently I was in the movie Christmas with the Cranks. But I didn't audition for that. That kind of stuff has ended up coming to me because I've been acquainted with people who are connected with productions and various things. Like in that movie, I was a singer because there's a part where these singers come to the door of the house and are integral in driving the guy crazy. And I was a singer in that movie, which was fun as I worked for a week on that film. French hours, by the way, overnight for an entire week. But hey, it was good money and it was fun to be on this set. And
did you actually?
That's my answer.
Oh, did you actually sing, or did they?
No, it was. It's hilarious the way that worked out. We got hired as singers, paid as singers on camera, and we lip synced to a playback that was not us singing. So we were hired because we could sing as singers and never sang a note, lip synced only. Hollywood.
Hollywood indeed. You beat me to that one. I was going to cut you off and say that. So now we're going to play Steve's demo reel for you, so you can listen to all the amazing stylings of Steve Staley. Good God, that's some alliteration, isn't it?
Amazing.
The super stylings of Steve Staley.
The stupendous stylings.
The 6 sad, stupid stylings of Steve Staley.
The 6 stupid stylings of Steve Staley.
There it is.
No, don't. Whoever or whatever is in there, it's still my brother. We'll need more instrumentation if we're to properly monitor his progress. Sanjay, you guard.
Hey, it's rough being part terrier. Besides, if you put a hydrant or a tree out back, I wouldn't have this problem.
Oh, Mitch, hey, you look good. Oh, yeah, the pumps really make the outfit.
Yo, flambe face, over here. Hey, tall, dark, and molten, come and get me.
Shut up!
In fact, I know by heart Cotton Mather's account of witchcraft, and many a ghost have I myself seen on a lonely night, Heaven Ripper. Oh, yes, indeed. Ah, my, yes. Young, oh, do come in, of course, do come in. Well, what brings you here? You are, fine, yes, I've always liked to encourage young minds and all that.
All aboard, this ark is big enough. All aboard before the weather gets rough. Rough.
In fact, you know, they chased me right out of the park, labeled me a lap dog, a pooch and non grata. Does that sound familiar? Well, pardonnez-moi. Guess I must have got me confused on Gay Paris downtown.
This is Neji from the television series Naruto, welcoming you to Avi Melman's voiceover podcast. Bring yourself and your Byakugan.
So you watch a lot of the animation?
No, not really. I pick up some stuff on Adult Swim late at night if I'm getting ready to go to bed. And occasionally I'll buy some stuff like those Clone Wars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I loved those. I thought that was great. But as far as a fan, based on what I know fans are from meeting fans at conventions and things like that, I guess I wouldn't say I'm a fan. Which doesn't mean I don't appreciate the art form and enjoy it myself, but I don't do it as in-depth as the fans that I know. I perceive my roles more as acting jobs and characters than I approach them from the standpoint of being a fan of a certain genre.
So you didn't approach Neji's role, for example, as like, oh, I love this show, this is my dream, I always wanted to be in this show.
No, I didn't. I came in for the audition, I read what the character was about, what he was like, I came up with a little something, and then when I got hired, between me and the director, we kind of come up with a character, because when you go in on a dubbing job, you don't read the full script. It's not sent to you by messenger the night before so you can understand